So now we're in our next cell. Let's step through this, and actually gonna step over that. This cell with the text work, that one is irrelevant to us as well, right? We don't care about work because the text is not gonna equal to what we want here. So let's step over this, step over that, step over that. Column counter increases again. And now we are on column number 3. That's what we should be up. Column number 3, which makes sense, right? We're right here. And so if I step over this, you guys can see that cell.text is equal to salary. Fantastic. So if it's equal to salary, then what do? We increase, we store the column index. Column index now, rather than being -1, is going to be the column that we want, which is number 3. And you guys see the beauty of this, right? Because if this salary column moved over to here, number 2, or we added another column and we put salary in there, then it would still not matter. This logic will still work because we would still go through the row, cell by cell by cell by cell, storing the column index. And then based on that, we would dynamically figure out where we need to go. That's why this logic is so cool. Anyway, so we step through that. Cell.text, it's not going to equal our desired value because we're right here. So we're going to step over this and move through. This loop is finished. We only had 3 cells in that row, and now we move on to the next one. We increase the counter, so from 0, we increase it to 1. And now we are at tr is equal to 1, which is here. tr equal to 1, which is this one, right? So let's step through that. We're looking at this guy. And same thing is going to happen here. Now we're going to step through cell by cell by cell. And if the text matches this guy, then we're going to process it. So let's go through because it will match on this first iteration for every cell in all our cell rows. If the cell matches the column header, which it won't, because that will only happen one time, only for the column headers. Now we're checking if it has our desired value, which is software development engineer and test, which it does. And so now what we're trying to get to is this right here, right? So let me actually, we're here. Let's get to there. So we want the body, we want tr2, and after tr2, we want table data, right? But which table data do we want? Number 3, right? This guy. And this number 3 corresponds to this column right here, the salary column. That's why it's number 3. All of these TDs in here are going to be 3s. 3, 3, 3. And so what we do here is we create this cool string that's going to allow us. So check it out. We want this guy, right? So it's going to allow us to create this dynamic string using the same exact XPath expression, but instead our table row, we're going to replace with the table row count plus 1. Because remember, in C#, our collection starts at 0. However, in XPath, our table collection starts at 1. This is 1, this is 2. But right now we're at TR1. So we need to make it 2 so that it's equivalent to this value. And then we need to go one child below into the table data and make it number 3, which is just going to be the column index that we were tracking right here. Whenever we got the salary value, we also got the column index. We stored it. It's index number 3. And so now we're using it to dynamically generate this salary locator. And so when I step over it, check it out, our salary locator matches the exact expression that we have right here. You guys see how awesome that is? So we were dynamically able to get this column and this row, and based on that, right, this intersection. So this column and this row gets us this intersection. Let me see if I can actually represent that with some XPath.